I'm in the process of troubleshooting a power window problem in this 300 TD wagon. And often this requires moving switches on and off. You may have to use a different known good switch to determine whether it's a switch problem or a wiring problem or something else. But in this case, I've had to remove a couple of switches both up front and here. And sometimes these switches are really hard to unplug. It's like they're stuck. And you know, you're going to have to change these covers sometimes. And the cover may not match the color in the car, so you got to pop that cover off. How many of these covers have you seen that are damaged right along the edge of the switch, where somebody's tried to pry them out? Now this can be really frustrating when you're trying to get switches, plugs of switches and relays out where they've been in a long time, and you start prying and pulling on them. You can actually damage the plug, or you can damage the switch or the relay. So let me show you now my favorite tool when working around switches and relays. I believe that one of the things that makes this particular tool so useful in this regard is the quality of steel here and the tip. Watch as I put it in action, removing this plug from the switch. You know, I can just put it in there like that and work it in. I'm not going to cause any damage, but I'm going to go right in between the pins, pry a little bit there, and then I'll come back on this end, work it in, pry it up a little bit, and then come back over here. Some of these really get corroded on there and really tight over the years, and you can actually damage or rip the plug apart. Once you get it up a ways like that, you can go ahead and wiggle it off. But it's not only getting the plugs off the switches, but sometimes this is a real handy tool to get these covers off the switches in some of these older models. Now you can see here, if you look real closely, someone has tried to pry this out from the front. Now this tool will work. It's small enough that you could get in there and pry this out, but you are going to mar the top of the switch like that. The better way to do this is pull the switch out enough so you can get to the back side, and then using this lifting tool, come right in here like this and get on top of this spring clip, work it in there, pry it down and push, see? And then you can remove the tool. See, that's moved that end out. Then come over here and do the same on this end. While you pry that down, push it out, and once those are loose, then you can push the switch out of the cover without damaging either the switch or the cover. Now this isn't just for door switches. You know, you get into some of these older models, they have switches in the dash like this above that center console, and once again, trying to pry them out. Yeah, I see right here there's a little mark. Obviously somebody's tried to pry this one out. Do not pry these out from the front. Get this panel out enough that you can get in behind here, so you can, with this curve, you can reach right in here like this, pry down on that, push on that one, come in from the other way, pry down on that one and push it out. Now you can remove it like that. You're going to have to unplug the plug, of course. Once again, this is the tool that's going to help you get that plug off. They're going to be really stuck on there from age. So this has become my favorite tool when doing electrical work around switches and relays.